We are watching shares of Quebecor today after the Montreal-based telecommunications company posted results in mobile subscriber growth that beat analysts' estimates. Joining us now is Pierre Karl Péladeau, President and CEO of Quebecor. Pierre Karl, thank you very much for joining us today. Let's talk about the beat. Where did it come from?
Well, certainly, after the Freedom Mobile acquisition that took place about 2 years ago now, we've been able to create pretty interesting momentum. I would say that, basically it's we've been able to follow the lesson we applied when we started in the wireless business in the province of Quebec. And we've been successful because we offered, what the customer was looking for, which was customer service. And I think that for the 15 consecutive year, we've been number one. And this is certainly something that position ourselves as unique, but also with pricing, innovation. And this is what, we've been able to achieve. First, as a quote-unquote classical wireless operator with Videotron, but then we launched the first only digital wireless service under the brand of Fizz. There's no such a thing like a call center. You go on the internet, you dial what you're looking for, you pay, and you will receive your phone will be activated. So again, we've been applying this formula, this winning formula, in the different other markets that Freedom Mobile was servicing. Unfortunately, at that time, since, Shaw acquired it, and as we all know, they decided that, they would not like, the Shaw family to continue. And then the Shaw-Rogers transaction took place. But under the Shaw management, and in fact, this is what Brad was saying, and it's true, it's expensive, it's capital intensive, this business. You need to be ready to invest to make sure that your network will be able to follow what the quality of the service you'd like to offer to your customer. Okay. So that was an opportunity for us, and we invested, obviously, and we will continue to invest to make sure that the quality of our network will improve day after day.
I was going to say there's some analysts arguing that the Capex is going to have to increase over the next couple of years, especially areas like BC, Manitoba. Do you intend to spend more?
No, we will continue on the trend that we've been able, we invested in the past. We shouldn't hide the fact that, we've been helped by the regulation. I said, because if you go back, in 2008, they decided that they were looking to have competition in Canada. So there were kinds of rules that will give the opportunity for new entrants, to come in the marketplace. We did it in Quebec by buying spectrum, what we call set-aside spectrum. We built, we start building. We went after as a MVNO. And today, we have the roaming environment. So we have the capacity, to roam or to use other operator network. Obviously, not for free. They charge for us. So we're able to offer a national service and international service also by having deals and packages with other international operators. So we're not forced, to invest. So it's a balance between investing on our new network and using roaming. So we do not have a need to do it other than to respect our obligation that we took with ISED, which is the industry minister department, and for which, we bought spectrum. So, we're not forced, to get crazy. We have the capacity to continue to invest, and we will continue to do it.
Does that mean that if you're going to invest at a fairly consistent level, free cash flow, are we going to see share buybacks, dividends, acquisitions? Where are you heading with it?
Well, this year, we were able, to get more than $1 billion of cash flow. Free cash flow is, the EBITDA minus the capital expenditure, minus the interest that you're paying, and minus the income taxes. This is the cash available for distribution. Then how will you distribute that? You can reimburse your debt, and this is what we've been doing. You can repurchase shares, and this is what we've been doing. And you can pay dividend, and this is also what we've been doing. In fact, the board of directors announced in the press release this morning that we are increasing the amount of dividend paid per share by 15% because we have the capacity of doing so. The payout that we have on our EBITDA, on our free cash flow, is about 35%, and we a few years ago mentioned to the market that we will pay, our payout will be between 30 and 50%. So the bracket we're really in the middle of it. In fact, a little bit lower than the average, so closer to the lowest bracket, the lowest side of the bracket. So we do not have any problems, to continue to pay dividend, and eventually, given our policy of the bracket I just mentioned, to increase it in the future.
I just want to get in one more question about media. Revenue's up 23%, but that's a lot of that is because of that retroactive carriage fee settlement. Otherwise, your sports and entertainment down about 16%. Concerns about all that going forward?
Not really. Obviously, television and broadcasting is an issue everywhere in the world, and is an issue in Canada. You know probably because you're in this business, but we watch. You just have to watch what's taking place with Bell Media, with Chorus. The advertising revenues are down significantly. Subscribers also, because cable is not a growing business. In fact, it's a declining business, and therefore the subscriber base is an erosion, every day and every month. So we need to work on expenses, and this is what we've been doing for the last 18 months. It's unfortunate, because, people, some people lost their jobs, but, we need to make sure that, the rest will continue to live and to prosper. So this is what we're doing. And for sports and entertainment is really small in the overall revenue base that we have.
Okay, we have to wrap it up there, but Pierre Karl, thank you very much for joining us.
It's a pleasure for me. Thank you, Roger.
Pierre Karl Péladeau is President and CEO of Quebecor.